My name is Ryan Bohannon, and my species is the barred owl. The barred owl is classified in Kingdom Animalia, phylum Chordata, subphylum Vertebrata, class Aves, which are the birds, and order Strigiformes, which are the owls. The barred owl is considered to be a true owl, so it is in family Strigidae, and its scientific name is Strix varia. In terms of ID, they are a fairly distinct bird. They're a large owl, and their main features for ID are their very dark eyes, whereas many other true owls have yellow eyes. The striped or barred pattern on their chest, which you can see here, that's what gives them their name, as well as their very distinctive call, which I'll talk about later. Barred owls are distributed across the eastern half of the United States and into southern Canada. They're not a migratory species, but their range is expanding into the Pacific Northwest and down into California, where they're competing with a similar species, the spotted owl, which is pictured on the right here, which is a slightly smaller species than the barred owl, and it doesn't have the barred pattern on its chest, but they're very closely related and they're members of the same genus. And this competition is concerning because the spotted owl is a threatened species, and there's been some controversy over whether barred owls should be killed in order to help the spotted owl population. Barred owls prefer old, dense woodlands, either deciduous or mixed forests, but they avoid more open woodlands due to competition with great horned owls, which are larger and more aggressive. In the southern part of their range, they are commonly found in swamps, and in the northern part of their range, they have historically avoided expanding into coniferous forests due to forest fires. However, due to fire suppression, this has allowed them to expand into this habitat. And their major habitat need is large snags, which they need for nesting. Barred owls have a lifespan of up to 24 years in the wild. Various animals such as birds and snakes will prey on their eggs, but their main predator is the great horned owl, which is pictured here. Great horned owls feed on eggs, young, and are the only major predator of adult barred owls. Barred owls are a fairly common species, and they're listed as least concern by the IUCN, and overall their numbers are stable or increasing slightly. However, they are threatened by habitat destruction. Because the species needs old trees for nesting, it is threatened by deforestation, and in the southern United States, it is also threatened by the loss of its swamp habitat. Barred owls nest in large trees about 20 to 40 feet off the ground. They do not build their own nests. Instead, they use either natural cavities or hollows in trees, which is pictured here, and that's why large snags are an important habitat need, or they use the old nests of other species, such as hawks, crows, and squirrels. In fact, barred owls and red-shouldered hawks may use the same nest in alternating years. The incubation period for their eggs is about 28 to 33 days, and their young are altricial, so they're born helpless. They fledge at about 6 weeks, but their parents continue to care for them for several more weeks until they're able to go out on their own. Barred owls are monogamous, and they mate for life, and the male does help with nesting by bringing food to the nesting female. Barred owls are known to be extremely aggressive and territorial during the nesting season, and in fact barred owls have been known to attack hikers who come too close to their nests. In terms of behavior, barred owls are mostly nocturnal. However, they do sometimes hunt and are heard calling during the day. Barred owls typically hunt from a perch and use their excellent sight and hearing to locate prey. They then swoop down and grab their prey with their talons. Their feathers are also adapted to make their flight quieter, which also helps them hunt. Their diet consists mostly of small mammals, such as mice and squirrels, but they also eat birds, reptiles, and amphibians, and in wetland habitats they also hunt for fish and aquatic invertebrates such as crayfish. They have a very distinctive and well-known call, which sounds like, "Who cooks for you? Who cooks for you all?" They call mainly as a means of communication between pairs. In fact, pairs are often heard calling to each other in a kind of duet. They also perform duets during courtship. Here are my references. Thank you.